Time. You can't stop it, and yet we always want more. A ticking clock resides within. Sure, it pushes us to achieve, but it also gives way to tension. And with 4 races left, you can feel it.
I need a major overhaul right now, so...
Martinsville is now a turning point. Strategy will only take you so far because there comes a time in life where the best plan of action is action.
We are going to quit. I'm going to bust my ass.
10-4, buddy. We're in it with you here.
26 points back, 19, 14, whatever. Every race starting today is a time to gamble.
You want to wait a little bit, let these guys crash, or go race them?
What are you waiting for? Win or lose, take a shot, because there's just no room for regret, for hesitation, for panic. No room for it. Not when you run this close. When hundredths of a second can knock you out of contention.
We have lost everything that we have earned.
When you are finally in position.
It's obvious we got it right in front of our noses, but we can't find it.
Opportunity doesn't stick around. It's elusive as time itself.
Every single time it's hit, you're done.
And one thing is certain about time. It always runs out.
It is time. The 2021 ASL playoffs are upon us here tonight. Live from Dover Raceway. We are live here for the American Sim Racing Series, sponsored by Tampa SUV Rentals, partnered up also, not really partnered, but supportive of Infinite Hero as well. Welcome to the playoffs. Welcome to Dover. Welcome to Trackside Racing Network. I'm your host, Adam Chapman, live with you here in the booth as we get set to go for tonight's racing action. It should be a fun race here from Dover. This is one of my favorite tracks, especially with some of the camera packs and stuff that we have for tonight's race. It's one of my favorites. I mean, you can see it right there. That is a great looking shot. I just want to point that out. Cars are out on track right now, unlike today's race, unfortunately, but cars are out on track right now, getting some much needed practice at a very, very tough track here in Dover. When I say tough, there is a reason why they call this the Monster Mile, and it is truly a monster. This is one of the toughest courses that these guys will actually face all this season here on the Oval. And when I say that, I really do mean that very much true. So, anyway, tonight kicks off the playoffs. And with that said, we do have next week off. But with the playoff, Dover, Pocono, Nashville, Las Vegas is your playoff chase format or 4-race chase this season. Give you guys a little bit of a preview. You guys can see some different stuff over here on the left side of the screen in front of the drivers' names. You got that little arrow sign. That is drivers that have clinched a spot into the next round, guaranteed. And then the other guys have added that little circle with the C in the middle. And that means they're just part of the playoffs. So we're really going to be watching them 14 or so drivers. Actually, there's a few more than that, I believe. I think there's or a few less than I think there's might be 12, 10, something like that. But we're going to be watching a lot of them guys that have that C beside their name. Right now, Steve Unit jump on top of the board here in the 27 car. We're looking to try to make it in to the next round. We had a great race last week when it was showtime. And unfortunately, Mark Jenkins did not make the playoffs. He fell just 1 point short of making the playoffs, and all that came down to pit road, and where he made a crucial mistake. And when we talk about pit road, there is no tougher place in my mind besides this one and Darlington to get on and off pit road. This is a very, 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 very slow pit road. It is a very tough pit entrance. You guys can see it right there to your left. It is a 35 mile per hour pit speed, pit road speed. So it's a very tough pit road. But I say that, I really do mean it. Like I said, I think this is one of the toughest pit roads, if not the toughest, that we go to all season. And we'll see. Anyway, we are here on the concrete at Dover as we get set to go. Go ahead. I'm going to give you my thoughts on who wins the championship. And I'm going to go with the man that's on top of the board right now. Steve Unich, I think, is going to be good to continue on here in the playoffs. And the guys we're watching, hold on. So I set up the drivers' names used to have. Those two names to be Before the names. If they have clinched, you spot in the next round. Okay, so the circle with the C is guys that have actually clinched the playoff spot into the next round. So there you go. We are watching the guys that have their arrows more than we are the guys with the C. So it's going to be fun. You see Adam Matz, Joshua Swift, Josh Connors, Johnny, and Steve Unich has already advanced to the next round here tonight. But I believe that we are eliminating, if I'm not mistaken, this was 4. We go from 16 down to 12, then from 12 down to 8, then from 8 to 4 for Las Vegas. So there you go. All right, let's get ready to do it. Here from the Monster Mile qualifying set to take place, we're going to hop right down to it. And it will be Steve Unich actually heading out onto the track in that Tampa SUV Reynolds Toyota Camry. Rolling out in a very nice looking blue. I love that car. It's a good looking ride. So we'll see. Like I said, we got some pretty cool camera views that we're going to be kind of watching here tonight. But one thing about this track is the exits of the corners. There's a lot of room to be made up in turns 2 and 4. And there's also a lot that can be lost. We know how tough that turn actually is, especially the exits. A lot of slipping and sliding happens. And usually if there's a car that spins out on exits, you're going to take more than one car with you more than likely. I will say this, every race that I have ever broadcasted here at this racetrack, and it does not matter what car, it could be the trucks, it could be the Xfinity, it could be the Cup cars, it could be street stock, because I've done it. Turn 2, we will most likely see a pileup. I've yet to see one not have a big wreck on turn 2 here at Dover, and it usually happens, and it takes out a lot of good drivers. So that is something we're going to kind of watch for tonight. Steve Unich on top of the board right now as he works off turn 4, going to put down his second lap. Does improve his second lap. Or no, he does not improve his second lap. So one thing I'm already seeing, and I'm not sure if he did that on purpose, but seeing some time fall off pretty quick here in the second lap. But Todd Craig going out on track as well, the number 21. We'll keep an eye on him as he rolls out. Always liked his paint schemes as well. I think we've talked about that before, how much I'm a fan of his paint scheme. Let's hop on board with Mr. Todd Craig. In that Chevrolet Camaro, riding on board the visor cam. You can hear the throttle control. Inside the car, he's opening it up right there. 9,000, 9,300 RPMs, 9,500, 9,600 RPMs. Probably wish he was a little bit lower on exit, but it looks like it's going to be a good lap coming off turn 4. Beginning lap 2 at 21.997. Not exactly what he wanted yet. At turn 3 really hurt him. Putting 15th. He needs to keep it to the bottom a little bit here in turns 3 and 4. Let's see if he does so this time. And yes, he does hit a little bit better right there. Slide up just a little bit, but does look way better this lap. It's definitely going to be a better lap as long as you don't get the wall. Does he get the wall? Does improve his lap time, but goes to 12th on the board. So he does jump up quite a bit. Joshua working off turn 4, putting down his first lap. Good lap there at 21.8, I believe is what it is. 21.843 puts him P5. We'll continue to watch the playoff driver here in that 17 Miller Lite. Or is that just a Miller car? It is a Miller car. I thought it was Miller Lite, but see how he does here off turn 4 this time. Looking to improve on a 21.843. Not sure if this is going to be the lap. He pushed it really hard, and he will not improve on his second lap. Levi Poland out on track. And the number 91. Not part of the playoffs, but does not mean he's not in here to try to get a win. And he works off turn 4. It's actually, I think this might be his out lap. Yes, that is his out lap. See, working through turns 1 and 2 this time. You can see turn 2, how quick that wall comes up on you. It's the same at both ends of the track. Turn 2 and 4, the wall really sneaks up on you really quickly, and you got to watch out. Hunter Waters out on track as well. We'll jump over him here momentarily as Levi Poland puts down a 10th place qualifying run. And here's Hunter, your playoff driver. Has already clinched into the next round no matter what happens. Working off turn 4 and 21.0 or 21.901 puts him P11. Levi Poland stays in 10th. See if Hunter can jump up and try to knock into the top 10 here. And it looks like he maybe having a little bit of an issue in turn 3 and 4, but we'll still keep an eye on him here to see if he does improve that time or not. Does improve it slightly, I do believe. And it knocks him into the top 10. Puts him P10 with a 21.891. Barely knocking Levi out of the top 10. Qualify looks to be over. Yes, everybody else not going to qualify. Trent Ringler, the only one that is in the playoffs that has not qualified. But Charlie Woods, Callum McNola, I always butcher his name, I'm sorry. Andrew Chapman and Brent Adams did not qualify. So, qualified done here for the first race of the playoffs. Getting set to go here racing from the Monster Mile here in this one for, I believe it was 155 laps here tonight. So, that is correct. So, we'll see how this plays out. Trust me, 155 laps around this place does not take long when you're putting down, 21 second lap times, 22 second lap times. Tires could be a problem, though. That's something to keep an eye out on. We've talked about that before. Tires are always a big issue when it comes to a place like this. As you look down that pit lane, you see some cars gridding up here at pit road. Mike Trevarthen back there in the 31 in the playoffs as well. Todd Cray way back there as well. As you get a look down here at the cars on the grid with Steve Unich taking the pole here in this one. Looking to try to get a win here at Dover. I'm actually kind of excited. I was actually looking forward to this race. I actually am a big fan of this racetrack. So we will see. Cars roll it off as the pace truck will lead us around this racetrack. I think this is only I think it's a one to go. I don't think we roll around twice here in this one. As you get a look at the field rolling down the backstretch into turn 3 this time. Green flag set to wave here from Dover. It should be fun. Tire management going to be key here as well. Because we just had a big wreck here at the start of the race. And that was our pole sitter, Steve Unich. What happened? They may have to extend this a little bit, guys. Something big just happened here on the green flag or caution lap. Did he spin out on his own? Or did a 4 get into the backup? Oh, he spun out on his own. And a little bit of a check it up. Everybody pretty much gets through it. All but 15. Steve Unich, not what he wanted to happen early in this one. He's going to get his spot back. But that may be the blunder of the year because that is something we have not seen. And I don't know how this actually happened. And he's going to be using that free pass here tonight. Here's what happened. Let's listen. Shifted up. And then it's downshifted. And wheel spin kicked in. Now he's going to take an EOL, it looks like. We're going to check that damage on that 15 of Josh Connors. He actually got into it a little bit here as well. Look at the back. And the nose. I think the 15 is actually going to be okay. To be completely honest. But man. That is something you don't see every day. And Steve, come on now. Oh, gosh. Well, free pass going to be used early for him for sure in this one. That is a lot of damage on that 4 car, or the Steve Unich machine. So we'll get ready to go. Boy, that 4 pops in that sunlight. Good Lord, that's bright. I like that. So pace truck will have to take us back around a couple more times here. It's an extended yellow, which is something that does not happen very often. That is wild. You guys ever seen that before? Looks like the pace lights may still be on. Here at Dover, I'm trying to see if they're on from here. That's wild, man. Looks like they are off. That is definitely the blunder of the year for Steve, and I'm sure he doesn't want to show that anymore, but we may have to save a replay of that one and post it. I'm not going to lie. It happens to all of us. We've all done it. It does suck a little bit for Josh, who gets a little bit of damage from it, but I think he's really going to be okay. Really sucks for Steve, but the way it is. All right, here we go. Pace truck ready to drop in officially. Set to get this race underway here at Dover. New pole sitter Johnny Avila up front with Josh Connors to his outside. Johnny set to bring the field to the green. Off turn 4 we go. Watch for a big one to happen here earlier. Watch for wheel spin. We wait, and the green flag is officially out as the playoffs are underway. Live from Dover Raceway. We are racing here for the American Sim Racing Series. Or Sim Racing League, sorry. Off turn 2. Everything looks good there. We keep it green right now. And one thing about these guys, this is a really clean lead. They usually don't have too many mishaps besides what we just seen a minute ago. So watch turn 4. We may get them stacked up here a little bit. That's where things can happen in a big hurry. Cars tend to get stacked up quite a bit out of turn 4, especially if one gets to the wall. So you've got to keep that car on the wall. That's a great looking shot right there of the backstretch coming off. We're going to kind of stay in this camera right now as you see the field working off turn 2. We're watching Levi Poland right now in that 91 working the 24 Bentley Glasser here. Travarta with the new fastest lap of the race at 22.098. Watch Hunter Waters here to 7. He's going to look for a big run. Which lane will he choose? Don't be surprised, and you see Todd Cray really slinging it in on the bottom. Don't be surprised. We got a car coming to pit road. Looks like Brent Adams has had an issue in the 23, and he will bring the 23 Ford Mustang down to pit lane. And you see him, not sure what happened to him, but he's definitely got some nose damage. I wonder if that actually came off some contact with Steve. I'm not sure. Somebody else has got some rear end damage. Not sure who it is, but there's a little bit of damage right there as well. And I wonder if that's where that damage came from. Was a couple of these guys back here. Here's Kyle Bromere. Now he is in the playoffs as well. He's a little bit further back than what I thought. And not super surprised by this, though. He usually does this quite a bit to take his time. But we do got a 5-car breakaway. Johnny, Joshua, Jeff, and Michael. Oh, my Lord. The 4 J's leading to Michael up front. To the inside, Jeff Hollingsworth looks to take a peek. There goes the 17. Contact into the wall. Brings it out. Our first yellow. And everybody tries to get by. And that is not going to make Joshua very happy in this playoff hunt. He was in the playoffs. Now, he does have a free pass, I do believe, as well. There you go. The 97. Yeah, it's questionable. That's questionable. Now I know what Derek would say if he was in here. You guys be the judge of this. Was the 17 turning down, or the 19 or 97 just tag him? Let's see. That's tough, man. You guys be the judge of that one. Oh, it looks like the 24 also got some of this. I did not see Glasser get some of it. I actually think that he, for the most part, got away with a lot of this. A little bit, a hard hit, but he gets a little bit of the wall. But I think for the most part, he's going to be okay. There's going to be some damage on that driver's side, I believe. Actually, the back looks really good. A little bit crinkled up right there in the front. He's just going to probably come in 35 mile an hour. I'm going to be honest, he may have just got caught speeding. No, I'm seeing it. Did they raise the pit speed? I may have to check that and see, because they look like they may have raised pit speed here. Just a second, just to double check. Yeah, it is. 45 mile an hour. So or 35 mile an hour. So interesting. We may have some drivers getting a penalty here. I'm not sure. He definitely came in, I thought, a little hotter than probably what he should have been. He's definitely going to be spending some time there because he's got to get some of that damage repaired. So. So Johnny's going to be out front alongside Josh Connors. You know, Connors and Waters both may be somebody to watch in the playoffs this season or for the next 4 races. And yeah, it does look like a lot of drivers did get maybe some penalties, but also some definitely damage repair being done, including Steve Eunice, who had that happen at the beginning of the race. He may even take a lap down here. You see that damage on the front of that nose, down in the way he goes. Does not go a lap down. Unless the lights go off here, which they may. I possibly would have took the lap down penalty. And they stay on. There's a chance I could have took the lap down penalty, but I will say Joshua Saref is out of tonight's race. It looks like he has called it quits. So that's going to be interesting to watch as this goes on. All right. We're ready to get back after it here. Pace truck set to drop in here at Dover this time around. I absolutely love this track, man. I don't know why people call this track boring. Like I know a lot of fans don't really like it, but I'm gonna be honest. This is by far, and I live in Bristol, and I'm literally going to the dirt race tomorrow now. To me, this is by far probably one of the best tracks on the schedule. Just being honest, it's a bigger version of Bristol. The turns are tight. The exits are very close. I mean, we've seen some big wrecks happen here. And that ain't what it's about, but I absolutely love just the layout of it. And the fans are right there on top of it. So, I mean, it reminds you a lot of a bigger Bristol. Whoa, they are going? Guess the green flag is out. That was an early restart. So, we stay green for right now. We'll keep an eye on that. Don't think that'll be a penalty, but who knows. Steve Eunice back down pit road. Not sure if that is something else that happened. I seen the 19 car bounce off the wall just now. Dwayne Hunt, he's okay. He didn't do no damage. Look at Todd Cray. He thought about going 3 wide. He's looking now underneath Levi Poland. This is a battle for 8th place now. And Todd Cray taking it away. Here comes Mark Jenkins. Or I'm sorry, it's Rob Jenkins going up there as well. Rob putting the pedal down tonight. Good to see him finally getting up there and making some noise. We know how good of a driver he actually is. Has not had the season he really wanted. See all the cars working off turn 4. Here comes the 0-2 of David Kamara. Good to see David up there right now battling as well for a top 10. Kamara, though, getting looked to the inside, almost making contact. Was the 96 of Jesse Bennell. We work off turn 4 this time. Kamara going to be stuck up on the outside, and that's kind of what we tend to see here. Get caught up on the outside is not what you ever want to happen. Kamara, of course, rocking it. Clocks by Christopher, who's the trophy maker of this series. Oh, there he goes. Ross Cadu, David Kamara, and no caution as of yet, but we do have another car spinning as well. And I'm trying to see, and I think we stay green. We do. I think it was a 19 of Dwayne Hunt that I seen getting some clipped here as well in the day tight race here. Here's what happened. The 19, he actually saved it. I thought he actually spun. He does save it. Wow. So it looks like also the 81 has had an issue. I'm not sure if this was a connection issue. Yeah, it's just connection issue. He's good to go. Wow. That's why I like Dover. The action you see. And we got another issue here. Adam Mass is on pit road. Look at the damage he's got in that number 9 car. Luckily, he's got a free pass, but I will say you don't want to use that free pass. If you can get away with using that free pass here, you can get away with it. You're up front, though. We're seeing a good battle here all the way back to P9. Everybody pretty much nose to tail for the most part. See that 7 car working his way up a little bit here. You better watch out for that Mike Trevarthen car sitting there in 6th place. He was really fast in practice. As you get a look at him on board with Hunter Waters now. Here they come up out of turn 4. Very close to the wall was Todd Guess. Trevarthen looking to the inside of Guess. And at 5, that's where you got to watch out. The car tends to seem to creep up the racetrack after a few laps. Looking at lap times, we're already off the pace by about 8 tenths or so compared to the fastest lap in the 4 car. By our leader. He don't have the fastest lap, but by our leader. The 31 Trevarthen getting washed up the track. That's going to allow Jeff Eunice now to take a peek to the inside. This would be a big, good day for Jeff here if he can make his last. He does not have a free pass position or free spot position in this playoff, so he has to definitely race his way in. And right there, making a move on Todd Cray and Trevarthen. It looks like Cray actually moved up his spot as well. Ooh, that's wild. Jeff Hollingsworth. Very tight racing here with Guess, and it looks like he's going to get back down in front of the 89 of Unich. One thing we got to watch out for, though, is tire wear. These cars will eventually start sliding a little bit here on this racetrack. And once they do, that's where things can get very, very devastating. They may actually tighten up really tight. They're either going to tighten up or loosen up. That's one thing we're going to kind of watch for, to see, you know, kind of what happens there. Good racing so far on this racetrack. This is, to me, like I said, one of the best racetracks for drivers. This is a driver's track. You definitely have to wheel the car. You're not just going to let it go full throttle all race long and hope for the best. Stay in a pack. It's not draft. It's none of that stuff. You do get dirty air, and dirty air can cause you to tighten up quite a bit, especially in the long run. So that's something we got to watch out for as well. But this is definitely a driver's track when it comes to especially iRacing. As you see right here, the 15, this is a big one. Josh Connors up the racetrack. Looks like Jeff Unich and Todd Cray both going to take advantage, trying to move up through the field. 21 now, side by side. It looks like 15 going to cut the 21 a break as he tries to get back down in front of the 31. He does. So that's what it seems like. It seems like if you get to the high side, you basically are going to lose a couple spots. You're better off just letting the guys go instead of racing them for you. You don't want to race your stuff off here 26 laps in, 27 laps into this race. That would be kind of pointless. But I will say, once we hit a caution, if we get another caution, everybody's going to be on track or on pit road 100%. Tires are going to be that big. Hop on board with Todd Cray. Watch his throttle. You can see the RPMs inside of his car right there. You can see how much gas he's letting off, letting it roll through. Not a lot of brake being used. Maybe a little bit right there in the center to help kind of rotate the car for the apex. Going into turn 3. More letting it roll. Right there. He's back on the gas. Out of the exit. Once again, right on the back bumper of that 89. These two guys have kind of been following each other through. Craig might be a little bit faster here than Units, but he can't make a pass right now. He's been hoping a mistake is made, or he can get a big run on one of these exits to get to these inside. It's a good look at it, though, right here. Between these three drivers now, as Hollingsworth is in this mix now. As you may see, Jeff look to the inside. Yeah, great looking pass here for the 89. He's going to look to the inside of that 97. You see what I was talking about earlier, washing up the track. So these cars look like they're actually getting tighter as the run goes. But there you see a good clean pass. And then Todd Craig going to try to follow suit. Probably going to have no choice. Hollingsworth probably going to let him go, and he does. Drops back down in front of the 15. You don't want to lose a spot, but now you're probably about to lose a couple more, because here comes Josh Connors now taking a peek to the inside. Oh, we got an issue. It was Jesse Manell having some moments. Good save there for Jesse. Watch this, on board with him. He's actually looked like he may have touched the apron here. Oh no, that's what happened. Him and the 31 got together. Now, I think the 31 may have come down on him here. Jesse getting a pretty big run. Yeah, I don't really know what that was. Mike Trevarthen, that's something we do not see, but that is not going to make him very happy. We got an issue out on the racetrack, and a caution comes out. I'm trying to figure out where it happened at. Don't think it was Ray. Right here, Andrew Chapman, a little slow on the track. Who else was involved? I thought maybe Glasser could have been involved. Oh no, this was, did he have trouble out of turn 4? Boom, yep. That's what happens. You see that a lot of times, and see how he comes back up? That is usually devastating. And we had another wreck as well. What happened up in front of the 90 here? Just a second. See if we can find Kyle Bromere. He's dropping everywhere on my screen right now. There he is. What actually happened here? I don't think it was him. Okay, so it's Ross Cadu. He actually saved it though, so it was not an issue there. So pit road is open. And we had 3 cars stay out. Johnny actually staying out. That ain't going to work. I'm going to be honest. Looking at lap times, lap times are falling off. Staying out is not a good call. In my eyes, now, did he try to come down, though? Because I don't see why he would stay out here. Let's see if he tried to stay out, or was he faking? Or did he get faked out? Oh, he tried. I don't know. Todd Guest staying out as well? I think they're getting ready to eat their words. These 3 playoff guys up front, Johnny, Todd, and Kyle. Kyle's taking a big risk on doing this. Now, Guest decided to come back in. So you just gave up all that track position that you had. Not a good look here, I don't think, for Johnny. I feel like he may be a sleeping duck here. We'll have to wait and see, because one thing you got to watch out for is wheel spin in this race or on this track. So, something we're definitely going to have to watch out for. So we'll wait to see. We should be doubling back up this time here on lap 35, coming to 36. So we are taking laps away here from Dover. as we get set to go back green here momentarily. All right, here we go. Double back up, set to go green. Pace truck set to drop in this time. We get set to go back green, and it is time for something I've been wanting to do all night for a while. Love doing this here. It's time to turn it up here at Dover. Back here at Dover Speedway Raceway, we are 42 laps into this race. I know where I'm at, I promise. Watching Johnny right now. Remember I talked about old tires? Well, you see why I said it's not a good call. Him and Kyle Bromere both have dropped back to 15th now. Make that 16th now and 19th. New leader up front is Hunter Waters. He continues to lead away, but here comes a charge between the dynamic duos. I'm calling them right now. Between Todd Cray and Jeff Eunice. These two guys have been working quite a bit near each other, working through traffic. They are on their way to the front. I'm calling it now. This is just something that you've been seeing. Whether they're good enough to get up there, as you see right there, Jeff getting a big run off turn 4 that time. And right now, Todd Cray actually has dropped back just a little bit. Not sure what happened. I didn't see it. Did he got any damage? I don't think I seen damage. No, I don't see no damage. He just got washed up the racetrack, I think. So he rides in 7th right now. It's a matter of time, we could be seeing this guy right here, Jeff. If he gets another big run like he's been doing off turn 4, he got a small one right there. But if he keeps getting these runs like he's getting off these exits, you're going to see him have a good run underneath this 7 and be able to take a chance. I feel like it is a matter of time we see that, depending, as long as there ain't no mistakes made. Rob Jenkins right now battling back and forth as well. He actually just took 4th away, it looks like, from Trent Ringler. So Rob actually up to 4th right now. Mark Jenkins is out of tonight's race, unfortunately. His last couple weeks have not gone anywhere like they should have. Rob, on the other hand, tonight, looking to get this number 10 Jenkins Construction Chevrolet up to the front. Right now running behind Josh Connors NP4. Rob looking pretty fast here as well. Nope, hit the wrong button, guys. I apologize. Watch a big movement here from the 10. He's going to try to set up a run here off turn 4. Look to the inside. I wasn't able to get there just yet. Great view right there. I love that shot coming on into the corner. I do want to mention we only got 18 cars on the lead lap. Steve Units right now, remember, had that issue at the beginning. I want to go ahead and call this out now. There's a chance that 4 of our lowest drivers that have that pass-through race will have to use it tonight. And right now, it would be Steve, Bentley, Adam Matz, and Joshua for sure is going to have to use that pass-through tonight. He will finish in P27. So, fortunately for him, we may have an issue. Caution is out, and that is Jeff Hollingsworth, as well as Dwayne Hunt, I think, has been involved. And let's see. This looks awful familiar. We seen the 97 earlier have some... Oh, what the heck? Well, not quite sure about that one. Did it look just like he just went around on his own? Watch the 19 here. Netcode. So you guys can see the 19, unless that's just air being taken off the car. I don't feel like that's what it is. I feel like that could have been actually netcode. So for people that don't know what netcode is, I've explained it before, but I haven't explained it in a long time. Netcode is an internet issue that iRacing has. It's been around forever. It don't happen all the time. It does happen here and there. Basically where it's 2 connections do not sync up great with each other. And they basically put an invisible box around the car that you can't see, I can't see, nobody can. And if you hit the 2 invisible boxes touches, it causes an issue, and they're a little bit bigger than what they should be. So it's just basically a connection issue that causes that. Now that could have been air taken off the car, but I think it looked like netcode to me. And that's unfortunate because both of them guys are in the playoffs. And it looks like Jeff Hollingsworth is done for the night. All right. I am curious though. These guys did not pit this time. And we went quite a few laps. 20 laps? So I'm thinking this may be a tire issue. They don't want to use every set of tires they have. I'm not sure how many they actually have. Stevie Inich going to appear. I think he's still working on getting some of that damage repaired. But how about Stevie Inich? Even with that beat up car that happened at the beginning, he's actually almost back on. Well, now he is back on the lap, sitting 16th. These guys keep wrecking. Honestly, he may have a chance inside the top 10. I mean, that's just being honest, what it is. But you see the damage on the front of that 27. The thing that worries me the most with that much front end damage, honestly, is blown up. Will it blow up? Hopefully it don't. Hopefully it's not getting too hot. He wasn't there very long, though, so I think that was more of a fuel stop than anything. But pace lights me. Yep, looks like they're going off. So we are getting ready to go back green. Green flag back out. Hunter Waters, a good restart. Oh, I thought I seen Will spin a little bit further back. Here comes the 89 of Jeff Unich. This is still a big night here for Hunter and Josh. They are not happy to use that free pass, which is great for them. Trying to check Steve Unich's time compared to everybody else. He's still a little underpowered, it looks like, but that's a good lap. I lied. He's actually putting on a really good lap. Here we go. Out of turn 2. We may have a battle a little bit further back. Let's jump back just for a moment. Yes, here it is. Todd Guess and Jesse Bedell now throw Rob Jenkins in it as well. Here comes Rob out of turn 4. Look at Jenkins. There's the pass for 7th place. Here comes Johnny now. Remember, Johnny stayed out that long time on them old tires. He actually came back down last couple times, 2 cautions ago, pitted with these guys. Now here he is working his way back up through the field. And we'll see for how long as the 90 almost took a peek. Rob Jenkins going to have a little bit of issue here, sliding up the racetrack. This may open up the door on the exit. Oh, boy, that was close for Trent Ringler. That could have been bad for the 26. Almost made more contact right there with the 4 of Johnny, but clean and green. Boy, there's another one. Rob Jenkins getting a little lucky as Jesse actually lost a lot of, had a lot of dirty air or something that pushed him up the racetrack, almost getting into the back of the 10 car, but keeping it under control. Here is Patrick in the 93, getting passed by Stevie just a moment ago. It's probably my favorite paint in the entire league, though. I absolutely love this paint on that 93. Probably one of the best looking paints I've seen on iRacing in a very, very long time, if not the best. You see right here the 46, Ray Polkey working on the back of the Infinite Hero. Ooh, 93 car back in. Looked like it wanted to go out a little bit more, but able to get it under control. Still running in front of Ray Polkey and Charlie Woods, by the way. These two guys, Polkey and Woods, cannot get away from each other. For like the last 4 races, the 46 and 40 just have been near each other every race. I don't think, maybe the whole season, them two guys have been near each other. Here's a good battle up front for the lead. How about that? Johnny, the number 4 car, working his way up. Jeff Unit's probably getting a little impatient here behind the 7 of Hunter Waters. We'll see. And, well, maybe not. I think Jeff's still okay with where he's running. Could be a big night for him, even if he finishes inside top 5. There comes Johnny to the inside. A little bit of a mishap out of turn 4 from that 89, getting a little bit of that apron, shooting up the racetrack. Falls back into P3. Here comes Johnny. He probably hears that more than... Oh, no way. On the outside, the 4 just made a pass for the lead. Holy cow. Now that is grip, because that is wild that he was able to do that. Wow. How about Kyle Vermeer making a pass for P3? Vermeer's starting to show some strength here in the playoffs. That's a big pass to get around Unich. Wow. Now, how about going for second? He takes it. Kyle Vermeer up to second, and I will say the reason that this has actually happened, now that I noticed, 15 laps in difference in tires. Actually make it 19 lap difference tires. So that is one reason why they're able to make these passes. Why he was able to do it on the high side. I was curious about that when I said grip, and that is why. So this is not good news for the rest of the field. As the 90 and the 4. This Kyle Vermeer starting to run down Johnny here, though. But you can see the gap that they have put on over a second on third place right now. Make it 1.2 on third place. So this second group that has not pitted needs a yellow. Or if not, they're definitely going to be in trouble here. But we'll keep an eye on it and see. Watching right now, Kyle Vermeer still trying to run down Johnny here for that top spot. Looking high above the racetrack. Michael Trevarthen, I thought, had an issue. He's still rolling back in P12. So looking at tonight's race so far, as you unfortunately see Dwayne Hunt coming down pit road. I mean, he is a member of the playoffs as well. But looking at the playoff hunt so far, 2 playoff drivers are for sure out of tonight's race. It is not horrible considering. Right now inside the top 10, only 2 non-playoff drivers inside the top 10, sitting 8th and 10th right now. Dwayne Hunt is just left pit road. So the 19 car coming back out onto the track. All right, let's look around the track a little bit here. Jeff Unit's back here getting past. Actually still working with Hunter Waters. Or a little bit further back. Keep going. Not a lot going on now. Now we're starting to space out. There's not a ton of traffic in here now, so some of the cars are out, unfortunately. 6 cars officially out of the race, it looks like. So a little bit less traffic right now to deal with, and spacing out here a little bit. You'll start seeing some lap times being ticked off now, or some laps being ticked off. I will tell you, just after 23 laps on this set of tires, our race leader's best lap is a 22.210. His last lap, we will wait till he hits the start finish line this time, and I will tell you what this lap will be. But I can tell you it is definitely slower than what it was earlier on the fresh tires. So that goes to show you how quick tires fall off. A 23.346 that lap. So we're looking at a 1.1 second fall off so far for our race leader. On board with Todd Cray once again. Cray running right behind Todd Guess. May have a battle going on right here for fourth again, or third again, between Jeff Unich and Hunter Waters. Now these cars are starting to really tighten up. There's a lot of shade on the track, which has probably helped create a little bit more grip, but don't know when green flag pit stops would happen. I'm hearing around lap 65. And for some of these cars that have not pitted in a while, you're looking at about 20 laps. Could be overall good in a way. Oh, there's almost a moment right there. But we'll have to wait and see. I mean, we're looking at one more pit stop for all these cars. If they can make it to lap 95, it would be a one-stop race from there. Been watching this battle a lot right here between Jeff and Hunter. It's mainly who we've really been watching lately. Everybody else is somewhat spaced out. So we've kind of been watching this. How about Steve Unich, though? Did not see that he has worked his way up to 11th right now. Battling, about to be battling for 10th. Very interested for a car that spun out on the pace lap. And there he is. Also got Trent Ringler right up in front of him. Ringler are going to be fighting. Okay, so that was not for position. I lied. But here's Rob Jenkins trying to hold on to this P10 in the 10 car against that 27 of Steve Unich. Steve just a moment ago got some of the apron, so he has to regather himself. It's a good battle here. As you see, that heavily damaged 27 car run up the racetrack. And Rob going to be able to keep it going in one direction right now as well. Mike Trevarthen trying to close in on both of these two. Here comes a run from the 27. How he hasn't been able to get, like when he gets close. When he actually gets close, you can kind of see it goes away a little bit. He's been out there for 32 laps. Now he does have way fresher lap tires here than Rob, so it's going to be curious about when he chooses to pit. I don't think you're going to run it too much harder here if you're him, but I mean at the same time you kind of got to get every bit you could get here in that damaged race car. Rob's done a good job of fighting this, though. Johnny right now out front, leading by 4.8 seconds against Kyle Vermeer. Hunter Waters another 6 seconds back with Jeff Units right in his tracks. Right on the quarter or front panel of 27. Be pretty sick if they'd actually put a camera there on a real car. You've got a good picture right there watching the 10 right in front of him. See his line really good. As he works up on the 26, this is a battle for 9th right up in front of him here as well. We're going to stay with this view for a minute. I like this. Oh, man. Rob got a little bit tight coming up out of the quarter and actually had to give that spot up. So, new change in 10. Steve Units goes to 10th. We'll see if Steve now can get around the 26. Little mistake goes a long way. We're right on the edge of pit stops becoming a thing. And green flag pit stops, like I mentioned in the pre-race, if we get to them. And there's still an if here. Who knows what can happen here at Dover. If we get to them, somebody could get caught speeding or unsafe pit entry. It is very tough to do, or very easy to do here. Here comes Jenkins back underneath the 27. Don't think he's going to be able to get there, but we do got a side-by-side race down the backstretch for 9th spot. Units passing that 26 for now. And you see Rob going up there as well. He goes to the high side. He seen the 27 do it and said he can do it too. So he moves up to the higher lane. Watch for a crossover from his 10 here on the exit. There it is. I looked for it. I don't think he got it. He did not. Oh, he bumped him. Moves him up the racetrack. Rob Jenkins putting the bumper and the 26 in the wall. We stay green. Now, did he get him twice here? That's the curious thing. I know he got him once, but here's a look from this. There's the first bump. Sees him up the racetrack, and then 26 just goes up and gets into the wall. And that's where we are now. And Jesse Bedell has hit pit road. That is pretty much on cue to make it to the end. He's going to try to take advantage of some fresh tires here over the rest of the field. I like the call. If you're a little bit further back, come down earlier and get them fresh tires. See if it makes a difference. Now, Johnny here, here's what's curious about Johnny staying out. If he decides to stay out for another 20 laps, it's going to be curious what happens to him and Kyle Vermeer. If they decide to stay out. If I'm Kyle Vermeer, I'm going to probably hit pit road now. But if Johnny decides to stay out, what's going to happen on the longer end of this run for him? As Josh Connors on pit road here as well. We know pit stops are very important. We know pit road's very important speed-wise. It looks like he is right around 35 miles an hour. Michael Trevarthen also on pit road. So we are getting green flag pit stops here at Dover. As you see the 15 Elwood Chevrolet coming down. Looking for his box right here in the second spot. Looks good. Entering the box. We'll keep it out. Oh, now green flag pit stops are heavily on. We got everybody coming down pit lane. Down and away. There's some more cars on pit road. You see Trevarthen out of pit lane. Rob Jenkins coming in his box. Looking to see if there's any penalties. Right now, there has not been none. Remember, Mark Jenkins last week had penalties. Rob Jenkins this week looks to be good. Everybody looking pretty good here on pit road so far. No penalties have been issued. I take that back. Callum in the 81 has had a penalty being issued on the 81. This is Patrick now. Jeff Unich also in pit road. Todd Craig going to be very close if he got a penalty. And I mean close. It's going to be very... I think he may have got one. We're going to keep an eye on that. Patrick's down the way. Here's Todd Craig coming down. We're going to keep an eye on this pit stop. And Kyle Vermeer also on pit road. I like the idea of Kyle pitting when he did. 4 tires. Oh, I thought I was seeing a wreck happening on the track. Todd Craig down and away. And there is a penalty on the 21 of Todd Craig's car. I thought he was entering a little bit too fast, and it looks like he has entered fast. Johnny is on pit road now. Unfortunately for Todd Craig, that is not what he needed. He is not guaranteed a spot into the next round. So he needs us to go by fast. He still hasn't left pit road. This is a huge penalty here for Cray. Huge penalty. He should be about ready to drop now. Still on pit road is Todd Cray. Still on pit road is the 21. We were sitting here watching 54 seconds. He's definitely going to be 2 laps down 100%. Maybe even more than that. Yeah, he's going to speed 2 laps down. He needs a few yellows here. Right now, I cannot guarantee if he's in. I'm not 100% sure. Wow. We've seen it done last week. It cost somebody a chance at the playoffs. We may have just seen it happen to Todd Craig and continue on to the next round. Now, there is other playoff drivers out. So there is that. But the thing is, a lot of these drivers are still in. And some of these drivers that are in the playoff have that free spot pass. So it's going to be tough and very interesting to see what happens with that. So Johnny keeps the lead here in this one, and he got that worked out really good for Johnny, I do believe. This may catapult him where he needs to be, but up front it is Johnny Avila, Hunter Waters, Todd Guess. Jesse Bennell under attack as the 89 hits the apron of Jeff Unich. We are ticking down the laps now. We are 109 into this one. Let's watch the battle here for second. Here's a look at Todd Guess working on the back of Hunter Waters. Here comes a run from that 5 car. Not going to be able to get there just yet. On board with Guess, rolling through turns 2 and to the back stretch. Here he comes. Oh, that's tight. He had to check out of it. Did not want to cause an issue to get in the side of him. But that is going to open the door here for the 89 looking to the inside. This is a battle for second right now. Johnny has checked out to a 3.3 second lead and growing that lead. We're going to stay with this battle for right now. It's been a good race, though. I'm actually a big fan of how this race has went so far. Granted, there has been some unfortunate wrecks that happen and stuff, but that happens. Everything else behind these guys, for the most part, is pretty spaced out. I do want to jump back to someone here in just a moment for a battle for 10th. We'll do that now. Ross Cadieux, Mike Trevarthen for 10th place. Haven't talked about Cadieux at all night. I think we mentioned his name once. Trevarthen, I thought, would be in a way better spot. Adam Mass is back on pit road as well. I want to point that out. And unfortunately for him, I don't know if he's going to be able to make up many more spots in this one. Matt does a lot of work for this league as well as Patrick and Jeff Unich, but shout out to Matt for everything he does. You do see Cadieux was able to take away the 10th spot from Ringler, so we'll jump back up here for the battle for, well, I was going to say for third, but Jeff Unich was able to take that spot away from Guest. So right now, the car, Jeff Unich having a heck of a night. I'm going to be honest, this is one heck of a night for this 89. He has continued to march forward since the drop of the green flag, and has done a fantastic job since. And really has been hanging around a lot inside the top 5 all night. So this is a fantastic night for him. Remember, we do not have to make any more pit stops. Now, if caution was to come out, you're going to see pit stops being done. Do want to mention that. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. That's a weird camera view. Kyle Vermeer, Josh Connors. Actually, let's say Steve Unich. How about Steve? With that damage to the front of that car, that's almost impossible to see what we've seen him do. And here he is making a pass for 7th place with a beat-up race car that he wrecked on the pace lap of the, not even the first lap, on the out lap. Just a parade lap. That is absolutely wild to see that. That car was beat up. He's continuing to come down pit road, get that car repaired. And right now, it is actually running pretty good. I don't think he's got a top 2 car. Yeah, I can see him in the top 5. I can honestly see him in the top 5 the way he's running. I don't know if he's going to have enough time to run down a few of these guys. I mean, there's a chance he may be able to. Something we'll have to watch. Rob Jenkins right in front of Ross Cadou. That's Rob right now sitting 10th. I'm sorry, sitting 9th right now. We've got 12 cars on the lead lap. Unfortunately, Michael Trevarthen will be the next one about to go a lap down. Right behind him, you see, is our race leader. As we ride on board with Johnny in the 4-car Chevrolet. Coming to lap 129 for Johnny. And we got a yellow. And who was it? Slow car here with Patrick in the 93. He's bringing the car straight down pit road. And here's what happened. Did he have trouble off turn 2? Oh, something had to happen here. He was racing a 90. It's a little bit of the wall. Then a hard contact to the inside wall and brings the car straight down pit road. Oh, yeah, another hard hit. Let's see what happened here. Did he even make contact, or was this net code again? The car don't look very bad damage from that angle, which I don't know what happened there. Did he turn the wheel? Let's see if he actually turned the wheel and got into the wall, or was it? I don't know what that was. It looked like net coded away. The pit road going to be open. Everybody on tires coming down pit road, or everybody coming down to take tires. So this is going to be a big race here off pit road. I'm going to guess that it should. Well, here we go. We're going to find out who wins the race. Oh, no. What happened? Race off pit road. We're going to have a new leader. It's close. Very close. Did Johnny win it? It is Johnny the Hunter, but we had somebody stay out. Ross Cadou stays out, but I want to show this battle off pit road. Between these two guys, where's my pit road camera? Watch this race off pit road. We'll see if we can get it from above better. Watch the 7 car right there. He comes. Man, that is close, and it does look like 4 was able to beat him out by about an inch or so. But Ross Cadou staying out. No, he's not. I lied. He's coming down this time. He wanted to lead a lap, which is smart for him. Get that bonus point. So about that time to get this going again. And it is really about to get wild now. We're on lap 132, coming to 133, where anything can happen. Guys, to let you know our following week broadcast, we have, of course, ASL tonight. Do not have an ASL race on Monday because of, or I'm sorry, on next Sunday because of Easter. But we do have our next race on Wednesday, the Truck Series for the CM500. SnapMobile.com will be in action at Atlanta Motor Speedway on March 31st. And then the following night, we will be live with the Red Sox Racing Series. I do need to double check that to make sure. But it is the Red Sox Racing Series live from Canadian Tire. One of my favorite tracks to go to in the Road Series. That's going to be a good one. And that will be on April the 1st. So we will see how that goes. And then, once again, only 2 broadcasts next week. So we do not have more than that next week because this is all for Easter Sunday. Next Sunday night. Alrighty, here we go. Green flag set to come back out this time. Green flag out in the air. Good start there by Johnny in the 4. He's done that all night long. Once the pace car drops, you can't go, and he went. Not going to be no battle right now inside the top 5. We're going to jump back a little bit further right here. Steve Eunice, Rob Jenkins, Mike Trevarthen. Trevarthen looks to the inside of Rob. This is for position. Not for long, as Rob able to hold off that 8th spot. Ross Cadu, Balancall, Bramier. This is for Kent. Not going to happen now. Bramier able to hold on. Jesse Manell may have a run here on Todd Guest on the backstretch. Oh. One thing I mentioned earlier in this race, I haven't done a broadcast where we haven't seen a big wreck on the backstretch. Well, tonight might be the first night for that because we have not had that happen. And I hope it don't, but we'll see. Off turn 2. Jeff Eunice, new fastest lap, 21.867. Leads the fastest lap here tonight, but right now the battle is going to be up front for this top spot. Here comes Hunter Waters. Watch for a big run. He gets blocked by the 4. Watch for a bump and run. It could happen. If you're going to do it, you got to do it soon. If that 4 gets out, he is going to take advantage and leave you all sitting to the outside. The 7 looks. Watch for a dive in. He's going to try to roll this center really good, get around on the exit. Waters may have a big run here out of turn 4. Not going to get there just yet. Don't tell me that 4 don't look good underneath, or don't look good right now on that track. That's a nice looking car. That green/yellow pops out. Another great looking camera view too for our top 5. Yeah, Hunter had a chance there to put the bumper to Johnny, chose not to. Can he get back to his back bumper once again? Riding over with Johnny, looking back at that number 7 Chevrolet. $15 laps to go at the line. Everybody pretty much knows the tail inside the top 5. As Josh Connors runs P6, Steve Eunice 7th. They are nose to tail at the moment too. We'll jump back to that. And well, not for long. Eunice takes over 6th. How about this 27 car? Wow, that's wild. Here comes Waters. Watch for him to try to get a run out of turn 2 or 4. This is a good battle here. Watching these two guys go at it. Can Waters get to the back bumper? We may almost have contact between Jeff and I don't know which one to watch right now. It's a close battle back here. Almost making contact. Was Todd Guess and Jesse Bedell. Kind of go back and forth here. Here comes Guess with a big run. On the back of the 89. Looking to the inside. Unable to get there. I really don't know which one to watch right now. We'll jump back to this one for now. A little bit more closer. If it does get any close for the lead, we will jump straight up to it. Todd Guess trying to get around this 89 of Jeff Henderson, who's done a great job all night. Up on board now with second place Hunter Waters. Trying to run down. There's 4 cars directly in front of him. You hear the throttle being worked. That is somebody that's pushing really hard right now. Waters works out of turn 2. Looking at the lap times last time by. Johnny was a little bit faster. Looking like he may be faster this time as well. And yes, he was definitely a little bit faster that time. Almost a 1/10.5 faster than second place. So we're coming to lap 149. 7 laps to go here for Johnny, who's looking to get a win this season or get a win here tonight. People that don't know, this league does have a league that you can basically check out all the, they got a news article and everything that they basically talk about and that they post up after every race. So if you guys want to go over and check that out, it's over at AmericanSimRacingLeague.wordpress.com. As we watch our race leader coming to 5 laps to go. The last time that Johnny won was back on the Charlotte Roval on March 7th. And then he did win back at Watkins Glen. So he has yet to get a oval win this season. He's looking to do so here tonight if he can hold off the 7 car. And right now he's doing a good job of doing so. Battle back here ain't done though. Josh Connors, Rob Jenkins putting some pressure on Todd Guess. Oh, Rob blinked just a little bit. He's all right. That's right. Here's for 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. All stretched out here, nose to tail. I want to say only 12 guys are on the lead lap. Going to be interesting to see what happens here with Todd Cree. Going to be very interesting to see. Jump back up front. Coming to the white flag next time by. Sponsored by TampaSUVRentals.com. Does have a lap car here in front of him. But Johnny going to see the white flag wave here at Dover one more time around the Monster Mile. By the way, Jeff Unit's really putting some pressure right now on Hunter Waters as well for second. Johnny looks like he's going to try to just ride right here behind Dwayne. And no, Hunt's going to let him have that spot, putting him a lap down, or another lap down. Off turn 4. Johnny wins at Dover. Hunter Waters will finish second. Jeff Units will finish third. And there is no way I'm getting ready to say what I said. I thought we had a wreck. No way I'm getting ready to say, but Steve Units somehow battles back to finish P4. With Jesse Bedell finishing P5. Todd Guest, Josh Connors, Michael Trevarth, Ross Cadu, Rob Jenkins, your top 10. But your race winner is this man in the Chevrolet 4-car. Johnny picking up a big victory here at Dover Raceway as he's burning it down. And contact between him and the 84. Everybody's beating him up now. It's all right. You can beat the car all you want now. Good racing, though. Let's talk to Johnny. Hey, Johnny, let's set him up in the booth. You got a copy?
I hear you, buddy.
P1 at Dover, man. Your first oval win this season. And, well, this one right here is definitely going to help you. Talk about it, man. Dover, this was a fun race. You got a little off-pit strategy, but it worked out there at the end.
I got really nervous when we were going green because, like, I was 10 laps away from being lapped, so I thought I was going to be out of luck. But the caution came out at the perfect time, and I was able to come out, and now I'm Demolition Derby over here.
You're getting beat up by everybody, but that's okay. You got the final word here tonight. So it don't matter. Don't worry about them. Man, honestly, you did a fantastic job. I don't want to say domination, but over, once about halfway really set in, you was the car to beat. Did you know that? Did you feel the car coming in? I mean, you was on rails there for a long time.
Well, in the first run, I noticed I wasn't attacking the corner as hard, so I figured I'd have good long run pace. And Dover tends to be one of my best tracks, so I was looking forward to coming here.
For sure on that one, man. You and Hunter put on a heck of a show there at the end. He was right on the bumper for a long time, but you was able to slowly pull away. Congratulations, man. Big win. Thoughts on Pocono next week?
I don't know how I'll do in these cars, but I know in the trucks I'm typically fast, so hopefully it transitions over. I
think you'll be okay. Shout outs and all that you want to give out, man. Another win.
I want to just shout out everybody that keeps putting this together. I also want to shout out my teammates that I had in the 12 hours of Sebrings. They did a great job during that race, and I want to shout out Hunter. He ran a great race. It's great to come 1-2 as a team, and looking forward to going to Pocono.
How'd you finish in Sebring?
I don't want to talk about it because I might have made a mistake and cost the team something.
Well, hey, good job tonight, though, man.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, buddy. There you go. Another win for Johnny putting it in victory lane. Next up, we got Hunter Waters going to bring him in right now. Finishing P2. Overall, a solid night for Hunter. P2 for you, man. Not a bad night coming out for the playoffs here tonight. Finishing second. Overall, not bad.
Yeah, I'll definitely take second place. I think I was a little fortunate with the initial pace lap mishap with Steve. He was going to be very fast. I knew it. Josh got some damage in that. He's fast. And Bentley had a little bit of bad luck early in the race and went a lap down and got damaged. So benefiting from those guys, I'll definitely take second place.
This is definitely the way you want to start off a playoff. I know we have next week off because of Easter, but what's your thoughts heading to Pocono? Do you like the track? I know it's a long racetrack. A lot of people like it. Some people don't. I'm personally a fan.
It'll definitely be an interesting race. I don't have the experience probably some other people have. I haven't raced on it too much, but I'll try to pick Johnny's brain a little bit. I know he likes Pocono a lot, so hopefully can get a good result there as well.
For sure. I'm sure you'll be fine, man. Shout outs on that you want to give second place. By the way, heck of a race there at the end between you two.
Yeah, I burnt my right front tire up a little bit. I drove a different kind of line than I did the whole rest of the race. I didn't really realize how much abuse I'd put on that. But yeah, shout out to Johnny. He did a great job. Got lucky kind of earlier on, not pitting and then getting the pit stop about 10 or 15 laps later. Shout out to Steve and Jeff both. Them and Johnny were teammates in the 12-hour, and Johnny drove us into a tire wall in case anybody wants the mystery of that.
I just asked him what happened. He said, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I figured I'd let everybody else know.
Hey, that works for me. At least we know now. Hey, good job tonight, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Buddy. That is awesome, by the way. Next up, Jeff Unich finishing P3, and honestly, hung around pretty much top 5 all night. Jeff, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Besides looking at the Demolition Derby, it's on the front stretch right now. Your car looked much better than the race. And, of course, you pretty much hung around top 5 all race. Even at one point was running faster lap times than the leader, man. Overall, race worked out probably the way you wanted because you did not have the free pass, but you was the highest one that did not have the free pass.
Yeah, that was tough. I was trying to balance trying to go for the win there versus trying to make sure I advanced to the next round. I felt like I had something for Johnny and Hunter there. Just didn't have the track position at any point during the race to take advantage of that. I think I had the speed to catch up to them, but passing them is a whole other problem, especially on older tires here.
Does this take pressure off knowing Pocono is probably going to definitely be more longer runs? There'll be more drivers that survive because this place is just tough for everybody. But does that take a little bit of pressure off, you think, knowing 2 weeks that we go to Pocono and knowing how well you did here tonight?
Not really, because if you look at the competition you got left in the playoffs, it's really tough. This is my first top 3 of the season even, so I'm going to have to keep up this level of performance to even have a shot to advance. So, long runs I definitely played to my strength, I think. I'm pretty decent at tire management, but Pocono is also not one of my best tracks, so I'm going to have to put in some extra time this week to prepare for that one.
I was going to ask you how did you like it, but there you go. Overall, man, 3rd place, not a bad finish, especially at a very tough place. Shout-outs and all that you want to give out?
Just shout out to everybody, all their membership in the league. We've had a great season, great regular season, and I think we kicked off the playoffs with a very competitive race. I know a few guys are probably disappointed the way their seasons ended with some tough luck and things during this race, but overall, it seemed like it was a good show we put on tonight. And thanks to you guys for an awesome job broadcasting all season.
I'm glad that you put this race in the playoffs, man, or even on the schedule. I love this place, so good job tonight, man.
All right, yeah. Also, shout out to Clocks by Christopher, Infinite Hero, for their support.
Always,
Appreciate it.
man. Good job, buddy.
All right, take care.
Thanks, man. So there you go. There's your interviews. And you heard him say Clocks by Christopher and Infinite Hero and Tampa SUV Rentals. All the support and stuff like that is awesome. Check them out, by the way. If you haven't checked out Clocks by Christopher, you're missing. They do great work. And, of course, like I mentioned, Infinite Hero, a great thing that this league supports. They're not a sponsor. This league just supports them heavily. So, and of course, Tampa SUV Rentals. That's how to do it, guys. Hope everybody enjoyed the race. We will be back on Wednesday. I'm going to get ready to pack up and for the race tomorrow for Bristol, so that'll be fun. Me and Derek going to the race. So we'll see y'all Wednesday night. I hope y'all had a great night here. And congratulations to our winner, Johnny, picking up the victory. You have a great night. Take care as always. God bless.